Has anybody out there ever tried to make a YouTube video in public and all you do is just embarrass yourself for like 15 minutes straight? That's what we're doing today. I'm in Sacramento, California, assisting my aunt with a surgery that she's having. And by assisting, I mean I'm her driver and I'm going to care for her at home once she's done with the surgery. So I'm in Sacramento in this very public park, and I'm trying my hardest to ignore the fact that I'm surrounded by people and that this is all totally normal. The main reason why I'm coming to you today is because I will be in Massachusetts in a couple of short weeks, and I need to clear up some memory or some space on my phone so that I can make sure to be able to take great pictures and videos while I'm there. And while I was trying to clear it out last night, I realized a lot of the content that I have in my camera right now is B-roll from a trip that I took to or down the coast of Oregon last summer. And the B-roll specifically is my time spent in antique shops. I stopped at a lot of little itty-bitty tiny seaside towns with these beautiful antique malls, and I had so much fun because I love antique shopping. I love thrift store shopping. I love secondhand treasure hunting. And if I can get something for a deal, oh my God, I freak out. So I recorded all of this and then did nothing with the information. So if you're into something like that, if you like antique shopping or you want to see what kind of antiques are down the coast of Oregon, stay tuned because I have that information. And if this is not something that you're necessarily interested in, I hope you come back next time because I'm sure I'm going to have an incredible adventure coming up. I wish every single antique store in the world was decorated the way this one is. It's so well organized and it's so inspirational, and it makes me want to buy everything because I don't feel like I have to dig through anything, which is my biggest complaint when I'm antiquing. Although that does make it more of a treasure hunt, doesn't it? It's always a little disappointing when you leave a vintage thrift store empty-handed, but unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, there wasn't anything in that store that fit my spending money criteria. So I'm walking away with a full pocketbook, which is good. That's good, right? Yeah, on to the next. Handmade textiles is something I'm always on the hunt for when I'm in a secondhand store, especially if it's made out of a natural fiber. Look at those quilts. Well, my friends, another vintage store, antique store strikeout, which is just fine because, like I said, I'm sticking to my guns about what I want to bring back into my life here, and I'm glad that I'm not shopping impulsively. Isn't that gorgeous? What a beautiful river. Okay, on to the next adventure, which I have no idea what that is. The Butler Did It has to be one of the best antique shop names I've ever heard in my life. This was such a cute place, and it had really interesting little tchotchkes like this campfire salt and pepper shaker, but it was so overpriced. I didn't end up picking up anything in this shop. I'm always on the hunt for brass, especially brass candlesticks. These were a bit pricey. And old books, y'all. I have this little Orphan Annie. It was my uncle's and I just adore it. Of course, I have to touch every single pumpkin and all things Halloween. I have a problem, I know. This antique mall, I don't remember what town it was in, but it was very, very cool. At first, I was not impressed. It seemed very cluttered and junky, and I almost left. But then, y'all, I saw this basket full of umbrellas with these acrylic, I don't think they're acrylic, but they're some sort of plastic handles. And is it lucite? Anyway, they were so beautiful and I wanted every single one of them, but unfortunately they didn't actually work, so they would have just been a display, and that's not how I roll. Things have to work in my life, or they're just not, they have to have a purpose, and looking pretty in a basket was not going to cut it. I never look for clothes in antique malls because they don't tend to be size inclusive, but if you find something that's 100% wool, like these flannels, buy them. These refrigerator dishes are a great alternative to plastic, and I'm not sure why I didn't buy that. What did I say? Brass candlesticks. I can't stop. I actually picked up those little ones. Antique malls are a great place to look at things that you wouldn't normally have a chance to look at, like this antique Dutch plate here. So beautiful, hand painted. Oh, and the Crocs, y'all. I can't stand it. I love Crocs, especially when they have something written on them. Like this one is from Pennsylvania. Love it. I don't personally have Fiesta ware in my home or any of my collections, but I love the colors. Love them. This is more my style. White and blue stripes. I don't know what it is. I just love it. These baskets have been really popular in the antique world lately. I think they're for tobacco. And this one was really reasonably priced, but again, I have no purpose for it and no place to put it, so I put it back for somebody else to find. And of course, more handmade textiles. This needlework is absolutely stunning. I think that blue one was machine, which is why I didn't even touch it, but look at this green napkin. That crocheting is so gorgeous. Hate the color, love the technique. Okay, let's talk Texas ware. This bowl is not Texas ware, but it is a gorgeous color and it is sort of the same vibe. I really stick to the authentic stuff though, so I put this back. I think this is a great example of conscious spending. I'm not going to buy a bowl that isn't Texas ware because it's not Texas ware, even though it's inexpensive and what have you. I have a collection and I want the collection to be a certain way, and that's sort of the fun of treasure hunting and finding things, especially when you find them at a really low price. It's like the most incredible endorphin rush you've ever experienced. So why cheapen that with something that isn't authentic or isn't what you're exactly looking for? Oh my gosh, this needlework. Oh, I would love to own something like this. But again, how am I going to get this home and where am I going to put it? Maybe next time. This is a new find for me. I've seen this before, but it's the first time I've actually been attracted to it. And I can't remember what it's called, but I was seeing it everywhere along the Oregon coast. It's really beautiful, and I love the bubbly texture to it. I just, again, where am I going to put it? Okay, y'all, this was the antique shop of my dreams here in Florence, Oregon. It was so fun, and the man who works here was so nice and helpful and polite and fun. Oh my gosh, I had such a great time in here. I actually came back a second time. And look at this Halloween room. Can you believe it? He had an entire room just for Halloween. This was in August, so either he's like right on key with the rest of us spooky people out there, or this was just a happy coincidence. I'm not sure, but God, it was so much fun. I got this little pumpkin. I left that one behind, but I got the other one. Okay, this is the same bubbly glass that I showed you earlier, only this one has a red stripe. If it had been a set, I would have taken them home. These colanders I saw a lot of, and they're really pretty. I thought they'd be great out in the garden. The rust had me a bit concerned though. I don't have the skill to fix that, and I'm not sure if it's food safe once they start to rust, so I put it back. North Bend was a surprise for me. I went into Fat Cat Antiques and was looking around. They had some good stuff, I think, but nothing that I took home with me. These boxes, do they not remind you of the wand shop in Harry Potter? Oh my God, they're so lovely. They are piano player rolls. These boxes were absolutely gorgeous, and I would have taken them home with me, but I have no purpose for them. So, of course, I left them for somebody else to find. I just got the call to go pick up my aunt, so I'm going to go do that. I just want to say first, before I head on out of this park, that I really appreciate each and every one of you, and I am so grateful that you join me on all these crazy adventures. I know this is not what we normally do, and I appreciate you watching until the end, and I look forward to our next adventure together. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care.